Hey guys, today I wanted to show you 5 of my favorite videos, just because I'm kind of bored and, it's Saturday, so people watch movies on Fridays and weekends. But here's 5 of my favorite movies so far. Some of them haven't come out yet, but, definitely one of my favorite ones is Precious. I don't know if you can see that. Like, it's Precious, and it's about a girl. It's rated R, first of all, so it's about a girl that she kind of gets abused a lot and she needs trouble. Well, she needs help in school because she's troubled, but it's a really good movie. I actually just watched that last night. So, also, if you guys are wondering why I'm talking kind of funny, I have a palate expander. So, another favorite movie is like my all-time favorite movie, like number one, is The Other Guys with Will Ferrell. It's the funniest cop movie ever. It's action slash comedy, which I don't know how they managed to do that, but it's amazing. Very funny. And another movie that, hang on a second. Nope, wrong movie. Another movie that's one of my favorites. Well, I haven't watched it yet, but I hope it'll be one of my favorites. Is The Lovely Bones. It looked really good, and I don't know. It says when 14-year-old Susie is murdered, she watches from above as her family deals with her tragic death as her killer prepares to strike again. Torn between vengeance and healing, Susie's loved ones are forever changed. Mark Wahlberg and Rachel, I can't read her last name, star in Peter Jackson's adaptation of Alice Siegel's riveting best-selling novel. Susan Sarandon's an Oscar nominee Stanley. Okay, yeah. So it's kind of what it's about. When a girl is murdered and her family tries to like find her or seek vengeance or something. I don't know. I'll watch that later. Another one that's actually a really good one. My Sister's Keeper. I actually have a case for that. You can see that there's a glare on the screen, but that was a really sad movie actually. It's about this one girl that her name's Katie and she gets cancer. Well, I think it's Katie. Yeah, it's Katie. But she gets cancer and her parents have another child. Like, and they make sure, like, I don't know how they do this, like, scientifically, that the child. Well, first of all, Katie has leukemia, and they make sure that the next child that they have is like a perfect bone marrow match for Katie, and for her entire life, like they just take body parts from the little girl that is a specific bone match for Katie. I think her name's Anna or something. Yeah, Anna. They take stuff from Anna to Katie, and Anna tries to sue her own parents for like the rights to her own body, and but if she does that, her sister will die, and she knows that, and it's really confusing. It's really sad. I cried. But and then one of my favorite like little kid movies is Enchanted, just because it was kind of like fairy tale like, and it's about a fairy tale that actually like comes to life and stuff. It's like different fairy tales all combined together. So if you like fairy tale movies, this has like Snow White, like with an apple and stuff, and a Cinderella dress, and like a Prince Charming, a Rumpelstiltskin, and yeah. And then, oh yeah, by the way, My Sister's Keeper is rated like PG-13, and so is The Other Guys, and I think this is rated G, I'm pretty sure, or PG, I don't know. But, yeah. Another one of my favorites is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. It's really good. It's really funny. He saves all these pets and stuff, and he's trying to save the Miami Dolphins mascot, which is a dolphin named Snowflake, and he has to get it back in time for the Super Bowl. And actually, today is Super Bowl Sunday, so I'm excited because the Pats are playing, and we want them to beat the Giants, which they're going to. And it's really funny. I can't tell you the funny parts because I just like give it all away, but I can't even describe how funny this movie is. You need to see it. And another one of my favorites that I read the book, The Help, and it's about like during the 60s, like the 1960s, like when there was like the whole racial thing and trying to get rights and Martin Luther King. It's in that era, like that time era. And pretty much if you were born into like the black society and you're a woman and you would definitely grow up being a maid and stuff. And it's about this one girl she's white and she's a reporter and she's trying to write a book about from the point of view of the help. But that's very dangerous because if the maids, like if their owners knew that they were saying mean stuff about them, then they would get in trouble. And it's putting them at risk too, because it's the 1960s. And it's putting their jobs at risk and their families at risk and everything. And it's actually a pretty funny story. So. And then another one, kind of like my little kid. This one's rated PG-13. And then another one of my little kid movies, like my favorite one, is Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which is pretty fun to watch. It's not like a favorite, but it's pretty funny. And this one's rated, I think it's rated PG somewhere. It says that, but it doesn't. And it's if you read the book, obviously it's just about this guy, and this is his first year of middle school or something. It's a funny video. And another one of my favorites, if I can find it in this giant pile. Okay. Where's it? Okay, another one of my favorites, and this doesn't have like cover art or anything, I lost the case to it, but it's Spaceballs. And it's kind of like, it's like a movie parody of like Star Wars and Star Trek. And there's like a dark helmet instead of like a Darth Vader. And it was really funny. And they have to save the planet Druidia or whatever. It's an old movie and it's rated PG-13. It's a favorite and like one of my favorite classics too. And then last but not least, The Lucy Show. It's a pretty old like retro show from classic television. And it's not like really rated because it used to be like a TV show, but these are just 4 episodes. Lucy and George Burns, Lucy in the Submarine, Lucy the Big Queen, and Lucy Gets a Roommate. And it's like old like retro TV. It's really funny. It's about Lucy and she works at a bank. She's like an assistant and she's always getting into all these crazy adventures and stuff, and it's kind of funny. It's old. My grandma and my parents got me into it. So, those are some of my favorite movies so far. And I just recently actually went to see Man on a Ledge, like in theaters. That was a really good movie. It wasn't actually about a man on a ledge. He's on there for a specific purpose too. Like, he used to work for some guy, and he's a bodyguard, and he protected this giant diamond that this rich guy owned. But the rich guy says that he took it and cut it up into a million different pieces and sold it. But he really didn't, and so he was sentenced to like a lifelong sentence in prison. And they thought he was guilty. And so he escapes prison and he goes on a ledge. And he has these friends in this building trying to find the actual diamond to prove that he's like innocent and stuff. So it was a pretty cool movie. And that was rated PG-13. And what else? The Human Centipede, that was the first ever horror movie that I saw. It was rated R. Very scary. Yeah, don't watch that. I was like crying myself to sleep. Afraid that a little German person was gonna come in and like cut me up and sew me back together. It was so gross. And then obviously all the Twilight movies are kind of my favorites. I have them with me here. The Muppets, that's kind of my little sister is obsessed with the Muppets. She's 12, and she has this little Kermit the Frog doll that she carries around with her, and she has like Muppet pajamas, Muppet shirts, and posters and hats. And she got this Muppet Christmas Carol movie, and she's seen the Muppet movie. And in her iPod, there's this little app called like Muppets Tap Tap. Like it's kind of like Tap Tap, but all the songs from the Muppets, and it's really cool. So those were some of my favorite movies from. Some are from this year, some are from like 2008 or something, but this is 2012 now. And it's just like to recap. I hope you guys enjoyed. Rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye. If I can get this to shut off. Wait a minute. There we go. Alright, bye.